Hey everyone, once again welcome to our channel Mega Discourse. Many students ask this question: how to prepare British literature? What strategy should we follow to cover the syllabus of British literature? And personally, I also consider that it is most confusing unit because there are a lot of writers, movements, chronology based question, and so many things that students got confusion that from where to start, where to end, which is the resource, which is the best resource actually. So I'm going to answer all these questions which I received previously, and still many students are asking me. Okay, and like there is a set exam. So this video is not only helpful for net exam, but it will help you in set paper for all literature exam. In nutshell, I would like to say. Okay, so let us start. First thing is that those who are preparing British literature, they just consider that let us read it is in 1 month and then we can handle this unit. No, you cannot handle this unit in just 1 month, in just 1 or 2 months, and in one go. So first, have some standard books. Yes, this is the solution. I always said, read standard books. Okay. I'm not saying that read all the standard book like you have to read. No, don't read so many books. Have a particular resource and read it multiple times and make your own notes from that standard books. It take only one or two reading or two sitting for that standard book, but when you make your foundation strong, naturally you can understand or you can make your basics strong. Okay, the first thing I should add in this problem that first you should have knowledge of standard book. Whichever book you are reading, it's totally up to you. Like you are going to read William James, so make concise note by yourself. Okay, so this is the first and basic thing. Now, number two, master on all the ages. Like before understanding British literature, you should know about the ages. That first we have Old English, then to know about Chaucer, then we have Renaissance, then in Renaissance we have Jacobean age as well, we have Caroline age as well. Okay, that how Renaissance, that is Elizabethan age, is divided in for the units. Then we have New Classic unit. It divided into three parts. Then you have your Romantic age, Victorian age, modern age, postmodern age. So you should know the chronology of the age, because if you do not know the chronology, then you cannot understand that how the writers changes their approach. Okay, then you cannot get the idea that why this writing is changing, why the style is changing. First, they are classic writers. Then they are not willing to follow the classic approach and they make their own approach. Then they again started to follow classic approach. Why so? Okay, wrote so many dramas, but before Shakespeare there is no drama, no famous drama. You should know the evolution of poem, drama, and all things. Okay, and this is the first step to have hand on British literature. Because if you do not know about the age, you do not know about the historical, social background, the political background, the literary background, then you cannot understand the approach of writer, the writing style, the contemporaries. No. Second, you should know the movements. Like we have Renaissance movement. Okay. So you should know Renaissance. What do you mean by Renaissance? What are the features of Renaissance movement? Who are associated with it? Okay. And what is their approach? What is the style of their writing? You should raise question by yourself. In my previous video, in which I told you about that literature is not just mirror of life, it is reimagination of life. That raise question by yourself. If you do not raise question by yourself, then you cannot able to find answer. And when you are not able to find answer, then no one can help you. Okay. So the second thing is that command on all ages. Now, the third is that personally, when I was preparing for my exam, so I was also confused that there is a lot of writer movements, that what should I do? So what was my approach? I listed them into segments, into three parts. But naturally, I like to read within segments or in listing in block studies. Like the first list, I make the writers who are very much important. They are frequently asked, okay, or you can say they are the gems of our British literature. Like we have Chaucer. You should know if they ask question on Chaucer, then Canterbury Tale. You should know about the Canterbury Tale. Actually, you must know about the Canterbury Tale. Okay, like approach is different. For set exam, they ask some surface level question. They ask some questions. You don't need to go in detail. This is the natural approach. But for net exam, they ask detailed question, comprehensive questions. This is approach may be different, but the writers are same. Like if you know about the Chaucer and the Canterbury Tale, and in the Canterbury Tale, you can move a step ahead. Now add the chronology of Chaucer. Okay, you should know that okay, he wrote the Book of Duchess, he wrote the House of Fame, the Legends of Women, the Canterbury Tale. Okay, because he is the first important writer. He's the father of modern poetry. So that's why he is very important. Now the second we have Shakespeare, the drama. Shakespeare is known for the drama like Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, Twelfth Night, okay, the Merchant of Venice, and the Tempest. These are some famous writings drama of our Shakespeare. So you should hang on it. You should know that yes, these are the dramas, and I have to do these works. Like do them in chronology. Don't like oh today I like to have the Merchant of Venice, and suddenly you move to as you like it. Then you are moving to Hamlet. No, do it in chronology with a proper segment. Okay, take your time, but do in segment. Like then we have Edmund Spenser. We have Christopher Marlowe. Like Christopher Marlowe is important so far as Dr. Faustus is concerned. When you are reading Dr. Faustus, just have a look on the Jew of Malta. Then have a look on the Tamburlaine. Okay, you have to build your own theology. You have to build your own base by knowing the fact that this writer is important. I have to read this writer thoroughly. And how much extent you should know about it. Okay, that this writer is important and I have to read this work of this writer. Okay, then we have Ben Jonson. Okay, later on we have Jonathan Swift, we have Jane Austen. Look, I have made a list and I will share this list. Like we have Chaucer, Shakespeare, Milton, the Paradise Lost. He is famous for the Paradise Lost, but you should know the other work as well, like Areopagitica. They have asked, okay, Lycidas. Okay, so when you know about the one major work of a writer and when you read the writer thoroughly, that which is his belonging to and the movement he is associated with, the writing style of the writer and the another work of this writer, but you have to focus on one major work of the writer. Okay, then we have Swift, Dryden. Dryden is the father of literary criticism. So he is known for the defense of poetry. You should know that there is a four characters who are they are symbolizing. Okay, then we have Pope, Alexander Pope. You know that very well. The Rape of the Lock, the Gun Shirt, and based on the heroic couplet. Then we have Wordsworth, Tintin Abbey. Okay, and the Ode of Immortality. Then we have Coleridge. That Coleridge is known for the struggle and the Rime of Ancient Mariner. Okay, he is known for these big poems. But another fact, except this poem, he also wrote biographical literature. Okay, so this is the speciality of F.C. Coleridge. Like we have P.B. Shelley, Otto Westwind, but he is an atheist. Okay, and his last work is Prometheus Unbound. So you should know these little facts as well. So associated this with the main work. Like then we have Byron. Keats is known for odes, and all odes are written in 1819. Then we have Charles Dickens, Charlotte Bronte. Then we have Bronte, all Bronte sister. We have George Eliot, Tennyson in memoriam. Okay, in Ulysses. Then we have Thomas Hardy, Oscar Wilde is known for the importance of bitterness. W.B. Yeats, known for the poetry, the second coming, and the opening line of second coming is important. T.S. Eliot for the wasteland. Okay, and he also had, and he has also, and he also wrote a work that is The Murder in Catchall. That is the only drama written by T.S. Eliot. Then we have Virginia Woolf. The chronology of Virginia Woolf is important. Room of One Song, okay, and the To the Lighthouse, Mrs. Dalloway. This is a famous work because in every paper they are asked, okay, because it is in the syllabus of math, in syllabus when we pursued our graduation, post graduation. So they are included in our syllabus. Okay, like we have James Joyce, famous for The Heart of Darkness. Okay. So my purpose is to say that there are some non-negotiable writer. You have to prepare those writer. Okay, you cannot bargain that I'm not going to do this writer. You have to do these 30 to 40 writers. Then in the second part, we have some frequently asked writer. Uh, like you should know about them. For example, we have Spencer, Marlowe, Ben Jonson, John Donne, Samuel Johnson, Mary Shelley. The only work of Mary Shelley is Frankenstein. Matthew Arnold, The Dover Beach, and he is known in the function of criticism. Then we have Joseph Conrad. Then we have George Bernard Shaw, who is known for The Big Million, okay, and Arms and Superman. The chronology of G.B. Shaw is important. D.H. Lawrence, Sunset Lovers, Rainbow, Chatterley Lovers, okay. Then we have Imposter. He is known for The Passage of India. Then W.H. Auden, the poetry of W.H. Auden, okay, and like he wrote in the memory of W.B. Yeats. Then we have Samuel Beckett. The only work is The Waiting for Godot. But you should know the another work as well, like the trilogy of Samuel Beckett. Okay. Then we have Harold Pinter, The Birthday Party. The only work, Sylvia Plath, The Confessional Code. You should know the movement as well as the poetry, like she wrote Ariel. Okay. Then we have Doris Lessing, Salman Rushdie, The Midnight Children. Yes, he's a post-colonial writer, but you should know about these kind of writers as well. Okay. Then we have those writers whose only one or two works are important. As occasionally, like we have William Blake, Songs of Experience and Innocence. Then we have Robert Browning. He is known for the dramatic monologue, The Last Duchess. Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland. We have Rudyard Kipling for The King. Okay, Aldous Huxley, Brave New World, the science fiction. We have George Orwell. You cannot forget the George Orwell. The only work is 1984 Animal Farm. These two are important. Okay, then we have Ted Hughes, the poetry of Ted Hughes, and Philip Larkin and their poetry collection as well. These are the type you have to list them out. That the chronology of this writer is important, the major work of this writer is important, and these are the writers who is known for only the one specific group. Okay, so this is how you can prepare your strategy for British literature. So the solution is not to ignore each and every writer, and also, or you can say the solution is not to read every writer and their every work, but the solution is to read the major writer and at least their major works. Okay, British literature is very vast and we do not know from where they are going to ask question. But for set exam, for TGT, PGT exam, you can do this. Okay, this strategy will help you. That basic writer and their basic work. Okay, major writer and their major work. You cannot ignore. Like for net exam, you should know the minor writers as well. But if you focus on the 40 to 60 writers, so you are able to give any paper. Okay. So the next thing is that don't do negative questions. Don't do more negative questions. Forcefully, what do the students do? They try to tick the question and they thought, yeah, this is right. Okay. And they were considering in their mind that, yes, I have read this question and this is the answer. So do not try to solve question on which you have no idea. Okay. So just ignore. So sometimes you have to ignore questions which are beyond your understanding. So, okay, this is all about that how to prepare British literature. I'm repeating, read standard book, focus on the ages, and with ages you should know about the movements, okay, the chronology of ages, you should know about the background of the ages properly. List, make a list of writers that these are more important, these are less important. Okay, and last, go to negative questions. Okay, and yes, one more point I should add here, do PYQ. Like you are preparing for CG set, Chhattisgarh set. Okay. So do PYQs of CG set like you have one or two, then please do that. If you are preparing for net exam, do PYQs of net exam. Your TGT, PGT exam. So do PYQ will help you to solve or analyze that what examiner is generally asking. Sometimes it fails, but probably it will help you to understand the mindset of the examiner. Okay. So do PYQ, analyze PYQ. Okay. So this is all about our today's lecture. That hope this video is going to help you in your preparation of British literature. Okay. So bye bye.